Hey there, what is up you guys? I am Jerry and welcome back to the channel, The Chicago Griller. This is the show where I share my favorite tips, tricks, and recipes for the Weber Q. If you think that I can help you out, hit that like button and subscribe. Weber Grills, and in particular the Weber Q series, has a bit of a cult following in Australia. So knowing that, it should come as no surprise that 40% of my viewers come from the land down under. And with Australia Day coming up on January 26th, I wanted to dedicate an episode to all of you Aussies out there. So today on the channel, this American is going to be grilling up an Aussie burger with the lot. Just like any other burger, the Aussie burger begins with beef mince. But the Aussie burger with the lot might as well be called the Aussie burger with a lot because you need to include all of these toppings. I'll dive into each one of these individually as I use them. First up is the beef mince patties. As you can see, I have formed two 150 gram beef mince patties. That's 1/3 pound ground beef patties for those of you watching in America. Now, just like you do with any other burger, you need to oil and season them. So first, I drizzle some olive oil and spread it evenly on one side of the patty with my clean hands. Next, I'm going to hit it with a little bit of salt, grinding it to taste, and some black pepper, also grinding to taste. Perfect. And now with my clean hands, gently press the seasonings into the surface of each patty. Turn them both over and repeat this process on the second side. And once both sides of your burger patties have been oiled and seasoned, it's time to head out to the grill. So out here on my deck today, I have preheated my Weber Q to a medium-high heat for about 15 minutes. You do see that I have a griddle installed, but I'm not going to use that now. That's for later when I cook some of the ingredients on a lower heat. Anyways, lay your burger patties directly on the grill grate side of the Weber Q. Press gently so it's in full contact with the grates. Shut the lid and cook this first side for about 4 to 5 minutes. And here I am at the 5-minute mark. I am going to give my burger patties a flip. There's the first patty and the second patty. And as usual, great sear marks from the Weber Q. Now shut the lid and let these burgers cook for another 4 to 5 minutes. And as you get close to the end of the cook time on these patties, as usual, you can toast up a few buns. I'm laying down some brioche buns on the griddle side, just because there's room over there, then laying down some cheese on my burger patties. Shut the lid and let this go for about 1 minute. And after about 9 to 10 minutes of total cook time, these patties are now ready to come off the grill. They should be perfectly cooked, so I'm just going to go and set these aside while I remove the bread and also prepare the rest of the warm components to this Aussie burger. So off come these toasted brioche buns as well. And now to reset this grill for a lower heat cook, I am turning my gas knob to medium-low. Then I'm going to add a thin layer of olive oil to the griddle so that the onions, eggs, and bacon that I'm about to add to it don't stick to it. Now, the Weber Q does lose a lot of heat with the lid open, so I'm just going to shut this for about a minute to let this come on back to a medium-low heat. So after that quick minute to let the griddle come on back up to temperature, I am going to first add some sliced onion rings to the griddle. I'm not too worried about laying these perfectly because I'm going to toss these every couple minutes. Then after that, I'm going to go lay out some bacon strips. Here's the first strip, and here's the second strip. I would lay out some more, but I need to leave a little bit of room for the fried eggs. So here I'm cracking open this first egg on my grill cart and cracking that directly over the griddle. And now repeating the process with a second egg. With all those components on the griddle, it's time to shut the lid and let that cook for 2 minutes. Now, after 2 minutes on the griddle, you can open the lid and give your onions a little bit of a toss, so that way the other side can get brown. We'll also turn our bacon over. You can see that first side is getting nice and crispy already, so we need to give it that same treatment on the second side. Here, if I could wrestle this away from that fried egg. There we go. And just like you guys saw in my full English breakfast video, the eggs aren't quite ready to flip at 2 minutes, so I'm going to let that set for 2 minutes more. So shut the lid and let all these components cook. Now here we are at 4 minutes of total griddle time. It's time to give everything a flip. You see these onions are browning really nicely. These are going to taste really great on the burger. And this bacon is crispy throughout. This will also be delicious on the burger. And now to flip the fried eggs. These are sunny side up right now. I'm just turning them and cooking them for about a minute so that the eggs will be about over medium. So here we are, 1 minute later, 5 minutes of total griddle time. It's time to pull everything off of the grill. And now that all of our warm ingredients are cooked, it's finally time to assemble our Aussie burger with the lot. To begin assembly, start with your bottom brioche bun and spread a thin layer of mayonnaise on the surface of the bun. Then on top of the bun, add a piece of lettuce. Follow that up with a slice of tomato. It's all looking pretty normal right now, but things are about to get wacky. Because first up, here comes the pineapple ring. It's a little bit unusual, but not offensive. I've had Hawaiian burgers and I like them. But next comes the pickled beets. Okay, yeah, you lost me there. But who am I to judge? So, pickled beets it is. I'm just going to arrange these on top of the pineapple as evenly as possible. And that looks about good. Isn't there supposed to be a burger somewhere? Oh, okay, there it is. But wait, there's more. We're not done yet because we still have a fried egg to lay on top. And of course, our grilled and caramelized onion. And finally, never forget your bacon. And now to finally cap it all off, we have the top brioche bun with some ketchup. So that is the Aussie burger with a lot. I mean, with the lot. And to hold this all together, I am taking a bamboo grill skewer that I cut in half. I think all I need is a little Australian flag to go on top. But anyways, that is how you can grill up an Aussie burger with the lot on a Weber Q. Now, let's go and try this monster. Okay, and now to finally dive into this behemoth. To be honest, I'm not even really sure how to go about this, so I'm just gonna go for it. And as you hear, Huey really wants a piece of this, but I don't think he could have everything in the Aussie burger. But anyways, my review, it is quite the burger. Now, to be honest, I was a little bit skeptical on how all the ingredients would come together, but there is actually a sort of a strange harmony to all the ingredients. The acidity of the beets and the pineapple really balance out the saltiness of the bacon, and of course you can't go wrong with fried egg and onion on a beef patty. So all in all, nice job, Australia. That said, if you're looking for a simple classic burger, I have a recipe on how to do that on my channel and other great content as well, if you want to go check that out. Thank you very much as always for watching today. Let me know in the comments section down below how you think I did and if I did Australia justice. No, that's not for you, buddy. That said, I can't wait to see y'all again next time. I gotta move this to an actual dinner table before this guy gets to it. See you guys. Bye now.